have a seat.
Assalamualaikum.
Say hi, hello, good morning. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Assalamualaikum. Good morning. My name is Mohammad bin Abdul. I am 25 years old. I live in Pahang. I graduated from International Islamic University of Malaysia in Bachelor of Business Administration, majoring in marketing. During my study, I did my internship at Brighton Systems in Berhad, where I served also as a customer service, which I responsible in serve the customer about the vacant position, because the Brighton System did the website that shows the vacant position in this industry, mostly from beverage and food industry. And then currently I unemployed after my convocation in last year in November 2018. So I hope that I will be able to contribute my knowledge and my skills in your company, and to expand my experience in this industry. That's all.
Given your background, exactly why did you apply for this job?
I think that I learned before that marketing is something that I can contribute to your company. So as a customer service, I hope that I will be able to work and to contribute to your company, that to smooth the system of your company.
Okay, thank you very much. In your opinion, how does your previous experience, you said that you have an experience in customer service, right? And how does that experience related to these jobs that you are applying? How does the previous experience related to these jobs that you are applying?
Yeah, in my previous experience, I did almost every day with people, and I'm able to speak with them, to serve them, to answer all their questions and problems. And I think that this will contribute if you take me as your employee.
Do you think that your previous experience somehow can help you getting this job?
Yes, I think that my previous experience will help me if I get this job, because I already understand what is customer service and what the scope of the customer service.
You said yourself that you have the experience of working, right? So in your opinion, what would be your strength and weakness that can actually contribute to our company?
Right.
Yeah.
I think my weakness is when I can't be alone, so I cannot work I mean that I cannot work alone, so I need a leader, I need a teammate, so that I will solve the problem together if I face the problem. And I think my strength is I am a problem solver. If I have a problem, I will face it with looking into the possible aspect that I can make analysis and solve the problem. And also in addition, I enjoy working under pressure, because if I work under pressure, I'm able to push myself to be a better person. Furthermore, I think that I have a good attitude in working. So during my previous experience, I managed to work. If I have a task, I managed to done it before the deadline.
So basically, your weakness is that you prefer to work with a team.
Yes.
And your strength would be you have a good problem solving skills and you have a very good attitude. See.
So, based on your experience as a person who involved in customer service, I'm pretty sure that you have deal with various kind of customer, and I'm pretty sure there will be annoying client or annoying customer. How do you deal with this stressful situation?
Yeah, like I said before that I deal with this person every day, almost every day, with all the questions, all the problems. So I don't think that I will take my emotion to solve the problem. So I need to be patient and to have a good decision making in dealing with such kind of pressure in a pressure situation.
So you don't let your emotions
Control
Yeah,
your actions. Okay. I think
that's all.
yeah, that's
for
all
now.
for today.
Do you have any questions for us?
I have a question. If I hired, when will I will start work?
Okay, after this, we're going to have a discussions, and then who will be selected. Then, if you are selected, then you can start working on Monday.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So all? Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay. So, please have a seat.
Okay.
How are you?
Can I have your resume?
Yes. This is my application letter and my resume.
So before we begin, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Okay. Firstly, my name is Yahya from Indonesia. I was graduating from IUM, Bachelor of Political Science, majoring in Political Science and minoring in Economics. But before that, I was attended a diploma certificate in Sustainable Management in University of Indonesia. I was employed by MS ASEAN for educational purpose as a marketing and administration officer assistant, and also I'm currently doing my academic assistant in FHSD Human Competency, Siti Al Berhad, as an academic assistant. So I can speak English, Malay, Indonesian, Arabic, and written and spoken. So anything else?
Okay, thank you, Herbie.
Yes.
Can I call you Herbie?
Yeah, you can call me Harry.
Herbie, so why did you choose this job? So why did you choose to apply for this job?
Firstly, I have some experience in the customer service because I'm doing like academic advising. So approaching many students and over this around ASEAN states. So I have like 4 years experience in the approaching customer and how they the dealing, especially with the academic fields. So now, because I have a background in business also, like sustainable management, so I want to proceed my career in your company, so that you can like another field of experience. This is business experience, and I have many years of experience in academic, but in the same field, customer service.
So, based on your experience, and I see that you have a quite remarkable experience, what do you think that these experiences would be related to this job that you're applying?
Yes, firstly because I'm applying for the customer service, so we will approach inside the company. We will make like a sustainable system to make the new approach in the, because this is a startup company, so we have to like planning a very sustainable system in the customer service. We are approaching like millennial aspect of our society, so mostly this is good for me, for my experience, and I have a good understanding on that area, so I can contribute on that system inside. And also for the outside customer service, we can benefit from approaching like investors from outside the Malaysia, because I have some networks like in other countries, so we can approach them to invest in our country.
Okay, now Hardy, can you tell me some of your weaknesses or maybe strengths that can contribute back to our company?
Okay, actually, my strength is fast learning, especially if I'm guided by systematic guidelines. And my weak is maybe in terms of building teamwork. Yeah.
So you prefer to work alone?
I don't prefer to work alone, but I prefer to work in a group that has a systematic and formal approach,
Okay.
so it can be measured and assessed well.
So, for this job, of course, you would be handling a lot of customers, right?
Yes.
Because of the nature of the job
Yeah.
itself. So, how do you think you would deal with stressful situations when you're handling customers?
Yeah, for my experience, since I have graduated from IUM, and before I graduated also, I already take like full-time job. I'm studying, but I take full-time job with the FSSD, Human Development as an academic assistant. So I only have like half day in a week for the holiday, so I can manage it well. When there is no holiday, I have no problem. In a week, maybe just 2 or 3 hours rest. Like in Sunday, can manage it.
So, if you are selected or if you're chosen, what if in the future you will face an annoying customer, let's say a client? So how do you deal with such situations?
Yeah, it's a nature of customer service, because not every customer is understanding best what we can serve them. So it's a nature of approaching them, how we approach them maybe psychologically, and how we approach them in terms of the issues they are facing. So this is my question.
Okay, I think that
That's
is
all
all.
for now. So, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, I have one question. So when will be the result will become for this job application?
It will take a few days after we have discussed with our team. So if you were to be selected, then you will start working on this coming Monday.
Okay, sure. You can, if you
Sure.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
contact
yeah,
you.
contact us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Sekejap. Okay, good morning. Please have a seat. Can I have your resume? Okay, good morning. Assalamualaikum. Okay, before we start,
Okay.
can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Binti. Currently, I'm studying in IMM, Bachelor in Human Sciences, majoring in History and Civilizations. So soon I will finish my studies in IMM on 1 June 2019. And before this, I didn't take any internship, but I'll replace with my part-time experience. For the first time is I'm started working when I was 20 years old in food manufacturing, and after 2 years later, I'm started working in hotel as a customer service, and later on I working in Yang Big Maju as a part-time cashier, and usually specialize on to entertain the customers. So
Why exactly did you apply for this job?
actually, at first I wanted to learn a new things in new environments. So and another one is I wanted to challenge myself. If I manage to accept the challenge, especially when people started to tell me about if you are working in a customer service, it will be a difficult and challenge. And yes, I admit it is a very difficult. But however, it is depends on you, on how you solve your task and how you entertain the customers. If you provide them good services, and usually it will not be rising any problems or any customers complaints.
Okay. How does your previous experience working experience
Okay.
can be related to these jobs? Like, how does it help?
Okay, for my past part-time experience, so as I told before, that I involved in the customer service environment. So the relationship is with the previous workplace. I managed to learn a lot of experiences. I managed to handle a lot of complaints for customers, and I know how to solve it. So with the previous experience, so it helps me a lot and improve me better if I wanted to further my career in the customer service.
Okay.
Next question is, what would be your strength and weakness that you think you have that can actually contribute back to our company?
Okay, I will start first on my weaknesses. First and foremost, my weaknesses is I usually easily get distracted by the things. However, I managed to cover with my personal strength is I could have a fast recovery. It means that if I can easily get distracted with the tired feelingness, So I could recover with a help from fellowships lah, I think.
Okay. Now, you said you have experience with, as a customer service, you have experience. So I'm pretty sure you have dealt with various kind of customer.
Yes.
So how do you deal with stressful situations if you had to face with somehow annoying customer or client? How do you handle that?
Okay, first of all, okay, before this I could see various customers. For me, the most annoying is even that you arrive, but your customer is wrong, but you have to tell them that they are right. So first of all, if they have any complaints, you have to listen first whenever you feel like it or not. Then after you listen to their complaints, and then you have to immediately generate your ideas. It means that you have to give solutions for them. If you are not capable enough to do it, you have to ask your CC. It means that your cashier assistants to solve for you. So that's how you deal it.
Research is very frustrating, right?
Yes.
So I think that's all for now.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I have questions. So I would like to ask, if your employees wanted to quit from their job immediately, what will you have to as your company? This means that what will you, in terms of you give the durations for your employees, how long, if they wanted, if they have a wish to quit from your company.
I think we just need a 1 month notice before that. So if it's an immediate situation where you needed to quit the job for a certain valid reason, I think we can discuss with our company and we will give some leniency with that.
It depends on situations. Seriously. Okay, I think that's all. So thank you very much for coming.
Okay, thank you.
See you, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Is that it? Okay. Can I have your resume? Okay, sure. Before I start, before we begin our conversation, so could you please introduce yourself first?
Assalamualaikum. First of all, good morning to the interviewer. So my name is Azir. So I'm currently working as office secretary in one of the NGOs in Selangor, which is Muslim Student Association of Selangor, ASEAN. I'm currently working for about around 3 months as office secretary. So before this, I'm graduated from IUM, which Bachelor in Human Sciences, and majoring in History and Civilization, and also minoring in Psychology. So based on my degree, I think I am capable of this position, which is counselor, as I'm quite during my student life, I'm quite active during my engaging with community, especially with my association. So one of my passion is engaging with community, especially in Selangor State during my student life.
Okay, so can you please tell to us on why do you apply for this job?
So, I applied for this job. Actually, one of my passion, like I said just now, one of my passion is engaging and consulting with people, especially with the kids and some of the youth. Because during my life as a student, I'm quite active with engaging with community, especially students, with my association. So I think it has become one of my passion because I can help them I can help and assist them in pursuing their career after their student's life.
Next, describe a specific situation in which you had the greatest difficulties to handle the bigger cases in your previous company.
I think the bigger case, one of the example that based on my experience actually, when I came through the one of the situation is like unexpected audience or one unexpected customer actually. So they have unexpected background. Let's say they have bad background, family background. So I have to assist them based on their family background, which is a broken family. That is quite difficult for me because I have to consult not only the customer but also his family also. So it is quite difficult for me to encounter the problem because I have to engage with both sides, which is the customer and also the family of the customer. So that is my biggest case.
So being a counselor, previously you worked with the NGO Muslim Students Associations. So being a counselor previously. So what do you throughout this journey? So what do you think that your weakness and as well as your strength that can actually contribute back to the company?
Actually, I have one weaknesses in some contexts. It not happen all the time, but in some contexts, for example, I have weakness like I can become too comfortable in my situation. For example, if I was assigned a task, especially I tend to think that this task was too easy for me. That is my weakness, which I look some of these tasks as I can solve it all, although it is actually difficult for me. So it is kind of I can to become too comfortable in my situation. So my strength, which I can contribute in this company, actually I can based on my experience actually, because I have experience in encounter with so many kind of audience or customer before this. So I think using my experience to apply for this counselor position actually can because human needs every human being need human touch. So if you need to consult with human, you need experience with so many background of people you have encountered before. So I think my strength is my experience as well. So my experience with encountering with so many background of the family background, and as well as my friend also. There are some of my customer is also my friends also. So that is one of my strength.
Okay, so based on your experience, how does your previous experience related to the job that you're applying?
Okay. Actually, one of my previous job was a training executive, which is I can develop a module. Actually, I can develop a module which can contribute to which we can solve a problem by not doing the same thing by doing in the same way. So by creating a new module time by time, day by day, it can improve the quality of our approach to our customer, especially in counseling service. So yes.
I think that's all. Before we end the session, do you have any question related to this?
Yes, I have one question. What is this company's expectation for the newcomers of this company? So, any expectation?
Basically, since we are among one of the big company in Malaysia that actually providing the service, counseling service. So we are expecting if anyone who are actually a counselor can help us to give the best service to all these customers or all these clients so that they can actually get the best service from us as well as can help them or assist them to find the solutions to solve the problem. Thank you.
Is that all?
That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I have a resume? So before we start our interview sessions, so could you please introduce yourself first?
Okay, my name is Mohammad. I'm 22 years old and I'm master degree in clinical psychology. I'm master degree in clinical psychology.
Okay, so why do you apply for this job position?
Because I have many experience in this. I was counselor in many institute in Roma, counselor, and also I was a supervisor in Ma'had, or we call in Indonesia like pesantren. More than 500 students.
Okay, let's proceed to the next question. As we know, you have experience as a counselor before, and how you deal with the bigger cases, and how you cooperate with that.
If I face a bigger cases or any problem, that I don't see that big thing, because I always think positive. Because if I think positive, I can solve it. But if we see it like bigger thing that cannot be solved, it cannot be solved.
So, working, just now you mentioned that you have been working as a counselor previously. So, working as a counselor, so I believe that you have certain weaknesses and at the same time you have certain strengths, and how these weaknesses and strengths can actually contribute back to our company.
Before I introduce my weaknesses and my strength, my weakness is like I always feeling sleepy. That's I need more coffee. That's if I drink coffee, I can relax. And the strength is I have a positive attitude that I can influence to others. Because if we think positive, we can influence. And I'm expert also in counseling and motivation to.
Okay, so I've seen in your resume that you have additional activities, which means you have a lot of experience. So how is your previous experience related to the job that you're applying?
Sure, that experience additional activities like some organization, because most of activities related to organization. That organization included many people. That I was I was supervisor there, and I know how to deal with many person. Oh, to deal with this person is different with dealing with other person. That's why I'm applying now to this company because it's related to my experience.
I think that's all. And before we end the session, do you have any question?
I would like appreciate it if you tell me how the salary.
Okay, for the salary, as for the positions that you're applying for counselor, it will be 6,000, and it depends on the session that you will be doing with your clients every month.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions? Thank you.
That's all for us. So could you please introduce yourself first?
Okay, my name is Zainati. I am 26 years old. I was graduate from the Harvard University in master degree in psychology clinical. Okay. I'm currently working in a private school as a teacher for primary students.
So you just graduated with the bachelor?
Last year, yes.
Bachelor?
Master degree.
Master's degree. Okay.
So may I know why do you apply for this position?
I would like to try I was graduate in psychology clinical, so that's why I want to try my best in a career that suits my education.
As you know, we have experience in teaching at private school, and there must be cases or some situation that you must handle it. And how do you handle it?
What I did was my students are all in primary school, so there are the situation was about this kids was so naughty, and that's why I took an action to be close to them and ask them about what are happening in their life. So most of them having family problems, so that's why I took an action to be in their shoes. Basically, I understand what happened to them.
So, based on your qualifications, it seems like you are graduated as a clinical psychologist. So, actually, working as a teachers and and you apply for working as a counselor. So, it's kind of bit different kind of different kind of circle, which is previously you are in clinical psychology. So what do you think is your weaknesses and at the same time your strengths that actually can contribute back to the company?
Okay, my weaknesses are I don't really know how to counsel people yet because I don't have any experience in that. But I have the opportunity to learn on this circle about the strength. I have some experience in handling people, which are my students, but they are only in primary school. But I can try my best to apply it in this working, this career.
Okay, so based on your experience in private school and also as a home tutor, how does your previous experience that you stated on your resume will be related to the job?
I would like to say that my past job, my past career was not really interrelated to counselor job, but this is the relationship is kind of when I can engage with them, with the society and community in the home tutor job and the private school teacher.
I think that's all from us. And before we end the session, do you have any questions?
I have a couple of questions. The first one, was the position for the counselor is the new position or is the old position, or if it's a new position, what do you expect from the counselor?
This is the old position because our previous counselor is further study, and we have to hire new counselor, and we expect more to help our company and bring the new light to our company.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.